Nanobanana. Only Google could have come up with something like that. It's a really funky name. It is the biggest, baddest new image model in town. Text to image to image editing, character consistency, fabric consistency. It has blown all image models up till now out of the market. It is probably the best thing that has happened in the AI content industry so far. Let's find out in this video what all the hype is about. Why was there so much hype? Why is this such a big deal? How it impacts you, small businesses, other AI tools. How do you use it? How do you access it? I'll give you an entire walkthrough in this video, so stick around. Now, why is it such a big deal and how was so much hype about this created? So there's this tool called LM Arena where you can compare two image models. It basically lets you give a text to image or an image to image prompt and it generates two images side by side, and then it asks you to vote which one's better, the one on the left or the one on the right. And once you select that, then it gives you the name of the image model that was used to create that image. And for weeks, the image model that people ended up voting for was nanobanana, and nobody knew what it was about until a few days ago. Google claimed it and now they've put it into Gemini. Now let me give you an example. I have uploaded a picture of a woman wearing a white dress and I have uploaded a picture of another dress, and I ask it, swap the white dress of the woman with the red dress. So it's going to generate two images side by side, and I don't know which image model is being used for any of them. Now both of these are bad. The face of the girl has completely changed here. The dress is not accurate in this one. I'm very sure that none of these are nanobanana, so you have to take a couple of attempts to get a nanobanana to generate an image because it's supposed to be a random comparison. So I just say both are bad, and then it reveals this is GPT, this is Chat GPT, and this is Gemini 2, Google's old model. So I will try this again until I get an output with nanobanana. Now check this out. This looks pretty bad. This is probably ChatGPT. And look at this one. This is the exact same woman and the exact dress that I gave it. I'm very sure that this is nanobanana. I will select that the right one is better. And sure enough, this says Gemini 2.5 Flash nanobanana. Earlier it was just saying nanobanana, but now Google has claimed that it's theirs. So that's why it shows Google's name as well. So this was going on since weeks and nobody knew what nanobanana is about until Google claimed it a few days ago, and then just I think 1 or 2 days ago it added it into Gemini. Now for the longest time, Flux Context Pro was the only image model to go for if you wanted character consistency. Now if I use Flux Context Pro directly, I use the same image of the woman and I say create an image of this woman from a different angle with a surprised facial expression. This is Flux Context Pro, which was supposed to be the best up till now, up till a few days ago. This is what Flux Context Pro has given me. It's alright, it is the best that was there yet, but let me try the same prompt and the same image with Google's nanobanana and let's see the difference. So this is what Google nanobanana has given us. The prompt adherence is so much better. The woman actually looks surprised here. See, this was the original image, and if you look at nanobanana, it definitely looks like the same woman, much more in comparison to Flux Context, where it just has done weird things to her face. So character consistency was very difficult up till now. There are so many tools like FreePic, Kriya, OpenArt AI that have image training models. So you upload a few images, 10 to 15 or more images of the same person in different angles, and then you train an AI model on that person so that you can create that person in different scenarios. All the AI tools, all the companies up till now that do image generation, Midjourney has their Omni reference feature. Higgsfield recently launched Higgsfield Soul. Everybody has been trying to do this, get consistent characters. And this wasn't possible with a single image up till now. You needed multiple images to train a model, and still the results were not as good as nanobanana is giving you. Another very big thing is not just character consistency, it's the consistency of clothes, it's fabric consistency, which is very, very difficult to achieve, especially for fabrics and clothes that have very intricate patterns. You needed a lot more training up till now to achieve this, but nanobanana does it with one image. I'll show you an example. This is going to be really good. Let's first find an image of a dress on a mannequin. I don't want these, I want something more complicated. So I will write embroidered dress on a mannequin. This one looks like it has a lot of work. Let me save this. And let me go to the battle mode so that we see a comparison with nanobanana and other image models. So I say swap the white dress of the woman with the green dress. I may not get a nanobanana generation in the first attempt, but let's see. Yeah, both of these are bad. I feel that this is probably nanobanana, but it couldn't get it right. Right, a second attempt, and look at this. This is some image model will get to know that has just made a green dress. And then check this out. I'm so sure this is nanobanana. I'll just do right is better. And let me just give you a side-by-side comparison. Yeah, see, this is nanobanana. Let me download this for you to give you a good comparison. This is insane. Now look at this. This pallu or whatever you call it, this is in the woman's left hand and it has the same exact pattern. It's maybe 90-95% accurate. All of this work around the neck is exactly like that. This little orange leaf, this orange leaf, this pattern here, I think it didn't quite get the shoulders right, but nothing up till now was able to do this much. This is a big change for the entire e-commerce industry. Small businesses running apparel e-commerce stores and needing photo shoots. This has become so easy and so accessible, and it's free now. I don't know if you realize how big this is. Now the good news is that this works for free on Google Gemini. You don't need a subscription of Gemini to make this work, and you can prompt in a similar manner that I did. Let's first take a picture of mine and let's see what we can do with it. I just took this picture. Let me feed it into Gemini. And first, let me just get rid of the background. Change the background to a plain white background. Look at that. Image editing has never been easier. This doesn't look as high quality on Gemini, but once you download it, it is much better quality. Now let me use this image and say, the man looks shocked with both his hands raised above his head. Now it's not like image models were not able to do this before, but they would almost always change the character a little bit, even if you trained the image model on the character. But this is crazy. So look at that. This certainly looks like me. I don't have any teeth for some reason, but the consistency is just unreal. Text on the t-shirt, it didn't mess anything up at all. Now I say this man is wearing a red shirt and let's go crazy, Govinda style, yellow pants. And there you have it. I didn't ask it to, have my mouth open, but it didn't change the pose. The clothes are very realistic. And it's certainly me, but somehow without teeth, and I'm sure that's fixable. If I use the same prompt and say no change in expression, it is going to do it. It is very good at prompt adherence. There you go. Red shirt, yellow pants. I never wear such clothes, but I could virtually try them on. I'm gonna hate myself for doing this, but I shall say swap the clothes of this man with the green dress. In my heart, I want this to fail. It's a difficult dress. It's gonna take a little bit of it listened to me. It failed, but I know if I do a couple of attempts it will succeed, and I don't want to put myself through that. I could also do things like the man has a long thick beard. I wrote the man is a long thick beard. I don't know if that's gonna trip it up. Look at that. It understood what I was saying. It has given me a long beard. My t-shirt's black, so it's up till here. You may not be able to make out the length of it. Last one. I say the man is wearing a white t-shirt and is bald. We're going to see a picture of something that's never gonna happen. I did a white t-shirt so you can see the length of the beard. God damn it. I don't fucking believe this. It also has a light reflecting on the bald head. This is insane. This is how I will never look. It shouldn't be so easy. It shouldn't be so easy. This is crazy. Now let's try a few more things. So this is a picture of Elon Musk meeting some Chinese foreign minister. And I will say replace the man in the gray suit with the man in the black t-shirt. I feel like I should have given it more context, but I did this on purpose to see how smart this is. How less of context can I give it for it to understand? Oh my god. It created a portrait image for some reason. And I'm so short and my face has changed quite a bit. But it is mostly me. And the text on the t-shirt is still the same, which is a big deal. This was a bad quality image to begin with, but I'm just saying that a few attempts and I can get something accurate, but this is just to show you the power of what this tool can do and what others couldn't up till now. Let me give it a longer prompt. Replace the man in the gray suit. I think the man in the gray suit was short, so I'm short. With the man in the black t-shirt. Elon Musk is shaking hands with the man in the black t-shirt. Both men are of the same height. And I don't know if it's gonna follow this, but I'll say create a 16 by 9 image. Oh my god, look at that. This is unreal, man. Look at that. It kept the background, the painting in the background, just like, let me just make a side-by-side comparison. It didn't do a 16 by 9 image. It's more like 3:4 or something. But it kept the painting. It rather elaborated on the painting. The table in the background. Elon Musk looks exactly the same. This guy has been replaced by me. And I look exactly like me in this one, and we're of the same height pretty much. So it's very good at prompt adherence. This is unbelievably real. Of course, there is a difference in the lighting on, you can tell that this photo is morphed, and I'm sure this is going to improve drastically in the coming weeks. But this was not possible with this much accuracy up till now. Now the question arises, how did Google get so good at it? And what does this mean for the future of content? And the answer is quite simple. You and I have contributed to Google's success. Google Photos, how just a few years ago, Google Photos provided unlimited storage for you to upload all your photos. And they didn't charge a dime up till a few years ago. Then they started their subscription model and all of that. But in that period, and I remember when Pixel also launched, they just had unlimited storage for years for Pixel users. And in that period, Google learned so much about facial recognition and facial features. Google Photos was one of the first apps to categorize photos as per people's faces. Later, a lot of other apps started doing it. iPhone picked that up much later, but Google Photos has been doing that for years. So face training is something that Google has been working on since forever, and it's people like you and I that has contributed to all that data. The larger the data set, the better the AI model trains itself. It is easier to get more accurate results if you have a larger data set when you're training these AI models. So Google has probably got the largest data set in the market in the entire industry, and that's why it's gotten so good at it. And this new model shows how far Google has come. And VO3, their video model, is already the best out there. And with this character consistency, one of the biggest complaints with Google VO3 that people have is that the characters don't remain consistent from scene to scene. But now that Google has a technology that has reached this point, I am so sure that VO3 will soon have a character feature, and it will work beautifully because they've come to this point. Now, what does this mean for the industry? I think Flux context is going to get affected drastically. It was one of the main image models that all of the websites that support text to image or image to image generation, Flux context was the default model to go with. For training AI models on characters, Flux was being used to generate 15-20 characters, 15-20 images of that character, and then using that data set to train the image model. None of that will be required. Flux being the biggest in the industry when it comes to character consistency, which was not as good. I don't know, it's gonna die probably, and Google is just gonna be the default. That's how the AI industry is going to be impacted. That's how these AI tools and the developers of these AI tools are going to be impacted. What it means for you, what this means for you. If you have a small business, whether you're selling products, I didn't show you pictures of people having a can of Coca-Cola or another drink. So product placement is going to be very, very easy. This model is great with text as well, as you could see on my t-shirts. So if you have a product, say it's a face cream or something that has some certain text on it, your own branding, this is the only model that can maintain as much consistency as no other model in history. I think ideogram, however you pronounce it, that is meant for text. Flux is meant for faces. That one's meant for text, but Google is doing better than both of those and at both things. And what it means for you, if you're just working a 9 to 5, and it simply means that this is a fun tool to play with. Image editing is going to get a lot more easier. It already has come leaps and bounds ahead due to AI, and it's going to become even simpler. I am so sure that very soon Google is going to add these features to Google Photos itself. So there will be options to generate make modifications to your pictures within Google Photos that will be powered by nanobanana. So for personal use, this is a really powerful editing tool that you can play with, and those are all the different impacts that this tool is going to have in the market. As of now, you can access nanobanana for free in Gemini 2.5 Flash. You can use it on LM Arena. LM Arena is a good website, thank me later, for testing out different text to image models for free without a subscription, without having to log in. So definitely go out and play with it, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun. I hope you like the video. Subscribe for more such content, and I'll leave a link to my other videos somewhere on the screen. Do check those out too. Have a good day. Bye.